That's us. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Back to Farming Sim. The joy of it all. Hope you've all had a nice week so far. I myself have had a rather spectacular one. I've been on holiday. What's better than being on holiday? Well, I tell you what's better than being on holiday. Being on holiday and finally deciding that you've had enough of your back being in constant pain and visiting the chiropractor. My back is no longer in pain. Okay, it's a little sore from all of the crunching, shall we say. But compared to last we spoke at the weekend, I'm feeling so much better. Oh, so much better. Still not 100%, still a few niggles, still a bit of discomfort here, there, and everywhere, but on the whole, compared to where I was before I went, massive improvement. Massive improvement. Yeah. And speaking of last time, what were we doing? Well, we finished off, for the time being at least, our Zalonka map. We managed to create a root vegetable farm of biblical proportions, I think. It's pretty much self-sustaining now. So, yeah, just money for days. Thanks, Bart. No problem. I appreciate that. But yeah, back's feeling a lot better now. Much better indeed. Yeah, so after that, we jumped onto this map. Upper Mississippi River Valley. Hey, there's a tongue twister if I ever did hear one. Yeah, and we got started. Stuff happened. I was shocked by the price of everything on this map. It is not cheap, and it is not small. So, 33 and 34 here, these blue ones, we did own those initially, along with 32 and 35 here. We sold those and bought 43 and 46 because they're slightly smaller, more manageable for us at the moment, and that also allowed us to buy this beastie. Yes, we're going to need that, because after planting a load of stuff, I found that the only way to harvest it was with a forage harvester, and I was like, I don't have one of those. Slight issue. But yeah, so we've got this. We've got what I hope is the correct header for it, for doing this stuff. And we also have a new trailer. This came up in the sale. Twice as big as our previous trailer. Well, almost twice as big as our previous trailer. But it also cost the same to buy as our other trailer brought us in terms of money. So I think that was a good swap, which is pretty good. Had that tractor go and pick it up at the shop, brought it up here, connected it up. Sunflowers are still not ready to harvest yet, at least not in terms of forage harvesting, but apparently this one is. Oh yeah, okay. Almost looks like grass. I was kind of expecting it to look like its tooltip, you know? Where are we? If I go here and combinations, just scroll over to this. This purple flower here, that's supposed to be alfalfa. So I was expecting purple flowers. I am disappointed I have no purple flowers. But we do, as you may notice, have these two fields that we can harvest. So we're going to harvest those first, and then hopefully we can move on to sunflowers later on. That's the plan. Though I do realise I'm probably in completely the wrong place to try and get into this field in order to harvest it. Be a slight issue there. We'll see. Might just have to cross this dry ditch here. Let's go and have a look at the clover as well, because apparently that's ready to harvest, and I haven't seen the clover yet either. So maybe we can do the clover? first. Yeah, I was kind of expecting flowers on my alfalfa. That's... Yeah, I suppose that looks like clover. Very dark clover. It looks... Oh, yeah, okay. So if you catch it in the right kind of light, you can see like the little flowers on it. Yeah, that looks more reasonable for clover, but the alfalfa is a little bit odd. But hey, let's get to harvesting. Do. Clover. Harvest has begun. We can hopefully get these in the fermenting silo and start producing some silage, which we will then use to sell, I guess. Best time for silage should be, what, December, January usually, sometime around then, if this map's kind of thing is the same. I wish this header was bigger. This is going to take a while, but no matter. We have time. We have plenty of time. There is no rush to harvest this. Just speed up a little bit there, just so that we can start progressing out of the morning light. Yeah. See how this goes. See how much of this we produce, because I believe it pretty much goes 1-to-1 in order for silage. So, should probably have a little look at that just to see. Just have a little peek at production. Here we are. So, yeah, pretty much 1-to-1, 1-to-1, 1-to-1. Yeah. So it's pretty much 1-to-1. So whatever we harvest is pretty much what we're going to produce in terms of silage, which is pretty good. That's going to be a nice amount of silage. It does look a little bit like cress, doesn't it? Cress silage. Tasty. We're directly picking out the 4-leaf clovers and making silage out of it so that it's lucky silage. That's what we're doing. By the tooltip, all of our clover is 4-leaf. So, there we go. Lucky silage. Right. Okay. And sorted. Good stuff. What I'll probably do is I'll bring a tractor over once the trailer is full, just to take the trailer back over to the silo, because it'll be easier to maneuver that around the farm. This thing. I really wish I could have gotten the Big M. It has a much bigger pickup. Well, I say much bigger, it's not that much bigger. But, you know, when you're working at this kind of size, it is quite a percentage upgrade. But so be it. I also went round between streams, guys, and limed all of the fields. That took forever. Even with the Kubota spreader that I bought. Did I do that on stream last time, or did I do that between streams? I can't remember. But I swapped out the sprayer that we have for the Kubota one. I think I did that on stream last time. It's just so much more convenient being able to spread lime up to 42 meters. That does help matters. Yeah, it took a absolutely astronomical amount of lime to get these fields ready. I think I went through about 10,000 litres of lime per field. Like, it was pretty much a full hopper for each field. think the sunflower field took slightly more. Full hopper and then some. But, yeah. Either way, it was a lot. This is not doing too badly so far. Coming up on our first full trailer load very shortly. I do hope that the silos are going to have sufficient capacity for all this. We are going to be dumping a considerable amount of materials into that silo, so I do hope it has the capacity for it. Just have to wait and see. Oh, also, I found something out about the vehicles at the shop that we could get into and drive around in. So we can use them. Like, me as a player can use those vehicles to do jobs, to do whatever I want with them. But I can't assign workers to them because they are technically not ours. So I don't think I'll be moving the other two from the shop. We do have one of those tractors on the farm at the moment, but I will probably take it back to the shop because it's not going to be that much use to us if we can't utilize a worker for it. Go. Right. Just drop that off there. Off. Just pull forwards. And then we will get ourselves a tractor to dump this. It's going to be the easiest one. Probably this one. This, I think this is the one that comes from the shop. Just going straight in there, I think. Yeah. This gate. Oh, right. First mega load of stuff in the silo and see what kind of fill level we get with it. Like I said, I do hope it all fits. 45,000 litres at a time. We're easily going to get maybe 4 or 5 trailer loads of this size off this field. I can just see it, and probably a similar amount of alfalfa as well, for that matter. Right, how is that looking here? Well, that is very good. Oh. That was not what I wanted to do. Let's activate the clover. Get this back to the field. There we go. Perfect, because we certainly need some money, because we are not going to be able to do anything else at the moment if we do not get some money in soon. In fact, we're going to be losing money. Maintenance costs and what have you. Not careful. Right, there we go. Uh, Go, right. Onwards. Yeah, this is definitely going to work a while. I really wish I had the money to, like, even to just rent another one of these. But then again, I would have to probably do it myself anyway, because unlike a harvester, it doesn't have an internal hopper, and I would not want to trust a worker with a trailer on one of these things. At least not on any of these fields. No siree. Probably not be a good thing. So in other news, guys, I received a parcel today that I was not immediately expecting, that I ordered the other day from eBays. Wasn't really expecting it today. Was thinking it might come early next week, maybe even later. Who knows? But I have purchased myself an old Dreamcast. I used to have one when I was a wee kid. Less than half my current age. Saving up my money, getting very excited about it, and going out and buying one on launch day. It came out in 96? No, 90. Wasn't 96. It was a bit later than that. I think it was 98, 99. Was it? I can't quite remember. It was a long time. Yeah. Natalie and I were watching some YouTube videos earlier this week on retro console modding, and just how easy it is for some consoles to convert them. I've been actually looking for a Dreamcast for a while, just to, relive my childhood. I love that console. I don't care what anybody says. That was one of my favourite machines of all time. Had some great games on there. 98. Yeah, I thought 98 sounded a bit better, but yeah, thought 96 was a bit early. Oh, come on, round. Crikey. Trailer causing me to lock up there. But yeah, so we actually found out that it's possible to replace a Dreamcast's disc reader with an SD card, and it's literally a case of taking one out and putting the other one in. Like, no soldering, no rewiring, nothing. You literally just unplug and plug sort of thing. And the Dreamcast, it's like you need to remove like 4 screws or something like that in order to get to the laser component in a Dreamcast. It was ridiculously easy. So I currently have one of those on order, but it's coming from China or something, or some foreign land. So that won't be here for a couple of weeks probably. But to my surprise, the actual Dreamcast that I'm going to be putting the mod into came early. Arrived earlier today. So Natalie and myself have just been kind of sat fiddling around with it, because I bought a Dreamcast that just had some controllers with it. I didn't want any games, because if I'm going to be like, ripping out the laser reader and putting in a SD card reader, I don't need any games. So I purposely went for a cheap one that didn't have any games. But to my surprise, it actually came with a load of games that weren't listed on the listing. So we've just been kind of this person seems to have been burning games onto CDs. It came with a big fat CD case full of burnt CDs with loads of random games on it. So that was kind of entertaining. Modding IRL. Indeed, yes. It's actually going to be one of the first... I think it will be probably the first modding thing I've ever done on a console. Yeah, probably will be. So that was that's going to be kind of fun when it arrives, because then I can just load ISOs onto an SD card and just slam it in and play anything I want, which is going to be great. And in the same vein, Natalie and I also have our eyes on a SD card reader mod for the GameCube as well. It's called Flippy Drive, I think it was. Yeah, Flippy Drive. It's currently not out yet, but it's also a no solder, no rewiring mod. It literally just slots in. Wasted some there. Too busy chatting and completely forgot that I was near the fill limit. That's okay, I still think we're going to get more than sufficient off this, even with a little bit lost there. Words. Yeah, that's an interest. Whoa, steady on. Losing traction there. But that's also a cool kind of mod as well. So we will be ordering that as well, because we have 2 GameCubes in the house as well that we aren't using because, you know, retro games are expensive and hard to come by sometimes. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that if you like. It's going to be an interesting little project for the both of us. And more clover. Go through that field over there. I'm trying to swing it round here. Let's try that. Oh yes, I can go through here. Oh, I think this is the cow pen, isn't it? Technically. This way. Oh. Oh. Okay, the cables don't exist. No. Oh, I know, Bart. I know. Depending on the game, like this, we watch. Myself and Natalie watch a bunch of videos on YouTube from people that do like retro modding and retro game searching and all that kind of stuff. And yes, some of the prices that they charge for like hard to find games and such like is ridiculous. It's like you could put a down down payment on a house for the price of some of these games. Yeah, it's utterly crazy. I mean, I know rarity breeds money, you know, but even still. We were watching a video of a guy that decided to try and obtain every single Super Nintendo game, I think it was, from scratch. And like one of the games was so rare that it was worth like $10,000 or something like that. It's like, what? Like, how is that even a thing? How does that even happen? Oh, 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 yes, look at that. Lovely. Just get it all. Nom, 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 nom. Just a little bit there, but that's fine. Right. This is the trickier section of the field, though, where it starts getting narrow like this. Yeah, definitely, Bart. People with money reliving their childhood memories. Yeah, that's about right. Should I go that way first? I think well, it's either that or turn around, and I think we're just going to carry on straight forwards. Turning around at that point was not going to be easy. I wonder if the alfalfa itself is going to be purple, like when we put it into the back of this trailer. I want my purple flowers, darn it. Where are my purple flowers? Ah well, never mind. We'll see what it turns out like. I think go forwards, and then rather than trying to turn here, just back it up. Snaffle that bit as well. Of course, the tractor is right where I need to be in order to turn. There we are. Marvellous. Here I was thinking we were going to get like 5 or 6 trailer loads out of this. I'm wondering if we're going to get closer to maybe 3? Might even be lucky to get 3. It's actually a lot less than I was anticipating from this field. I mean, I know it's not a particularly large field, but it's not small either by anyone's imagination, but hey, you know, that's still like 135,000 litres, something like that. If we get 3 full trailer loads, that is. Looking like we should. I think we should be able to get 3 full trailer loads. This bit. this field, then we've got the alfalfa to do, and then probably have to mosey on to the next month in order to get the sunflowers. I don't think you can forage them until they're on their last growths, penultimate growth state, you know, just before they go ripe to harvest. We're not going to get a full trailer load here, are we? Not at all. Steering a rear-wheel steered vehicle with a trailer on is just really strange to try and get it to go the way you want it to. But hey, there we go. I think we can probably drop this off ourselves, because then we can use the farm entrance to get into the next field. Just over here. Right. Watch out for the grill. So, clover. Oh, wow. Hang on a second. Has that... That is a lot. That is ridiculously fast. I was expecting that to take several months, but that has just like virtually instantaneously converted it. Look at the speed that that's going at. It's doing, yeah, 3171, 29547. Yeah, it's ticking down really quickly. Oh, well, okay, I guess, but I was not expecting it to be that quick. By a long shot. Nope, this is just plain old dark green as well. That's disappointing. Maybe the flowers have kind of died and lost their colour or something. I do not know. Either way, sad we didn't get our purple flowers. Seems to be filling up faster than the last one? Not sure. Yeah, I really do wonder what the capacity of those silos are, because, yeah, as you say, Bart, 30k was like basically nothing on that capacity. Like, what is the capacity of that tower? 300 million or something? Per item? It's ridiculously high, that's what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I appreciate that just for a logistical sense, but pretty nuts all the same. If you could cut this with a mower. That's another thing I didn't check out before I bought a forage harvester. This is obviously one way to do it, but I feel like this is literally just cutting it and cutting the grass and or cutting the alfalfa and putting it straight into the trailer. So I wonder if we'd be able to cut it and then like windrow it and just pick it up with like a forage wagon, dump it in. I have to check that at some point actually. Not that we can do much about it now, we have a forage harvester, but might be nice to know for future, in case we try and do an even bigger field of alfalfa. Yeah. Interesting to see how these fields react to being cut. It does kind of look like grass. So I think someone did say last time that it was forage harvester only. Yeah, I know I did some checking. I just couldn't remember if I'd checked mowers. It is going to take up quite a considerable amount of time, but if it yields well, then, you know, it'll be worth doing, because that's bring us in quite a good amount of money from silage, but yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to see just how well this goes. We are on the hardest economy on this map after all, so I'm not going to be expecting to make massive amounts of money straight off the bat. It's going to be a little slower paced. Well, we'll see how it goes, you know. If the hard economy is making progress ridiculously slow, then I will change it back to easy. But I kind of feel like sometimes after like 5 or 6 streams, I'm kind of in a position with most of my previous farms where I can just do whatever I want, and it doesn't matter because I just have infinite money. So we'll see how it goes. If we need to change it, we'll change it, but if not, just stick on this for now. Just going to go straight down here rather than taking that corner this time, and then I'm going to come up the far end and come down, zigzag like that, I think. Ooh, hey, we are nearly full. Good. Sure, if I need a tractor to take over from me for now, maybe I can just dump the header. Might not even need to dump the header, but we'll see. I'm saying we'll see a lot today, aren't I? We'll see if this comes true. We'll see. We'll see. Right. You know what, guys? This has got to move. It really does. I parked it there on Sunday, and I really shouldn't have. It's just not a good place for it. Oh, what's that trying to fill up? Wait, what was it putting it into there? Strange. Oh, right. Most hash job like reversing maneuver I've seen, but heyo. Out the way, dear. Coming through. So I'm not going to turn the alfalfa silage on just yet because I think we'll just be able to turn that on later. And it won't make any difference considering how quickly it's going. So, predictions. Maybe... probably something similar to our first field of clover. Well, these two fields are pretty identical in terms of size, so yeah, maybe it will literally be about the same. Next, I'm creating such a varied pattern here, you could say. It's an interesting pattern. It's better. A little spell on the inside of my finger there. Just needed to get rid of it. Spit. No problem, Bart. Enjoy your dinner. See you in a bit. I'll just keep carrying on here. La, 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 la. Do. Looking good. Yeah, I think maybe... yeah, probably about the same as the other field. About 2/3 of a trailer, something like that, maybe. Sounds about right. We'll see, though. There we go again. Should get a t-shirt with that on it or something. We'll see. Sound like Gandalf. Just tea, please. I think I might take I think I'll take a left here and go back up the field a long way and then come back down and round again. I think that little bit is getting too tight now. So go up and down here. Stuff, right. So, in other news, guys, seen the new gameplay footage from Expeditions. Looking pretty good, if you ask me. I really am looking forward to that game. It is going to be so much fun. It's like, for me, the scouting is some of the best stuff. You know, in SnowRunner. Scouting is some of the best gameplay that I really like. So, yeah, very much looking forward to it. And we're actually going to get some big trucks as well. We're going to get the Tatra Force. I was not expecting the Tatra Force. I knew we were getting like the Bandit and the Crocodile and a few of the other smaller ones like that, but I was not expecting the Tatra Force to make an appearance in Expeditions. That seems like a really big truck, like, you know, in comparison to everything else that's in Expeditions, but I'm not going to say no to the Tatra Force. I love that truck. SnowRunner. It's a marvellous workhorse. So yeah, that should be rather good, I think. We'll of course be covering that day one when it comes out. I have it on pre-order, so and I pre-ordered the Year 1 Pass version, so that I get the all of the additional content apart from the alternative skins for some of the trucks. It's like that. It's not just about that at all, to be fair. Yeah, but that gives us like a what do they call it when you get a like an exclusive, I think it was 96 hours extra, which is what, like 5 days? So you get it like, no, 4 days. 4 days. 4 days of extra gameplay. Of course it's 4 days. 96, 24 hours in a day. Come on. Do the maths. Right. Ooh, crikey. That's shooting that off somewhere there. Right. Second lot into the fermentation tower. Should be a nice 90,000 litres in there once this is done. Yep, 90,000. 8,140. Oh, that'll be the extra stuff that was stuck in the pipe, no doubt. There we go, that's slightly better turning around. Okay. Let's try and get this done as quick as possible, and then we can move on to the sunflowers. But I think that really will produce quite a bit of material, that will. Let's go wide. Try and cut back round. Get this bit. There we are. Lovely. Good stuff. We might actually get a third full trailer from this field. It's might actually get us that little bit extra that we need. We do still have all of that to harvest. Then again, you never know. Down the bottom of the field. Start a new lap. No. Lovely stuff. Da 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 da. It's just a bit thinner than I would have wanted for that other strip there, but that'll be fine. It's not quite as efficient. Okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Strip, then I can come back up that one strip, down again here, and then switch to this one on the right here, and then alternate back and forth. Hopefully within the next 5 minutes or so we should be nicely done. The alfalfa. Then we just have the sunflowers to worry about. And then the sunflowers are out. We want to look at probably getting some wheat in the ground, because I said I was going to do beer, didn't I? Well, that's a point, I think. Another thing I wanted to try and do was honey. So if we can sell some silage today, might be able to get some beehives and get some honey coming in, which we can either just sell or, you know, use in another process. We might be able to make mead. Don't know. I'm not actually sure what all the recipes are, but the beer factory I think is definitely going to be our first purchase in terms of production. Once we have the money for it, especially if we're going to grow wheat, because I'm guessing it's going to be wheat it needs. And if it isn't, then there we go, being all clever, or thinking we're being clever. My only thought is that it could be barley, you know. I don't know if they're, like, a lot of the time they're interchangeable. Then again, if we buy the beer factory and it is barley instead of wheat, then we should be able to just sell the production and, you know, buy a different one, buy the flour factory or something like that. That's the plan. That'll be the backup plan in case everything goes horribly pear-shaped, which hopefully it won't. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, not too bad. Too bad at all. Am I going to be able to get that other one in one strip? I have the sneaking suspicion that other strip to the right there is probably a little bit too wide to be done in one go. But never mind. That's just how the cookie crumbles. It shouldn't make too much of a difference, so... wide. Go. Yeah, we're definitely going to get more out of this field than we did out of the clover field. Not by a massive amount, but yeah, I think we might actually get 3 full trailer loads, which will be nice. Then we can... hopefully it is just 3 trailer loads. I really don't want to have to come back for like a couple of 100 litres. Really hope it doesn't do that to me. That would be very annoying. It's going to do it to me, isn't it? I can see it looking at me funny. Yeah? I can see it being like, haha, that's not... that he doesn't want that, so therefore, that's what we're going to give him. Yeah, this is literally just... well, ooh, just maybe wide enough. Look at that. Oh. Okay, so something's worked out in our favour. However, we'll need to come back for another trailer load because this is going to fill any second. Is right. Let's just leave the header. Gives us a little bit more manoeuvring space. Grrr. Last little bit. Wondering why it wasn't giving me the unload trigger there, and then I realised I had the wrong tool selected. Ain't I just clever? Okay, last little bit. For now, at least, until the sunflowers are ready to go. That is really going to be a big harvest. That field is definitely bigger. Oh, right. Let's see how much extra we get here. I suspect it'll be an awful lot. But a little bit helps. Up and a down, that's fine. Can't pull out the same trick we used on the last strip. Not here anyway. Okay. Hmm. We'll get those bits as well, actually, for that matter. So what we'll do is if we this little bit, swing over, get this little bit, that bit, that bit, haha! May as well get as many little bits as we possibly can here whilst we're tidying up that bit and that bit. A couple of litres is a couple of litres. Then one last little bit here. Done. What will be done? That could be like an extra 10,000 litres maybe. That's pretty good if so. That brings us up to that would bring us up to 145,000 litres of alfalfa. Yeah, actually even more. We get 11? 1100? Are we going to get 1100? Possibly not. Doesn't look like we're going to get quite that much. But close. Wow. 10.9. Oh wow, actually we do. Oh fantastic, look at that. Extra 11,000 litres. Fantastic. I love that. It's grand. I actually wonder if we can kind of go around the verges and maybe trim some of this grass. You know, get some more get some more with that. Does this header do that? Forage harvester headers. No, it doesn't do. Yes, no, yes, it does do grass. Interesting. So we could actually now go round and trim the verges. Is that going to work on these? Is it going to work? The answer is no. So it only works on grass fields? Huh. That's slightly disappointing. We have a lot of grass verge here that we could have utilised otherwise. Never mind. Never mind. Park this down here. Ready for the sunflowers, and then I think we'll be taking a wee sleep. Ooh, got to put the alfalfa on to process as well. Don't want to forget to do that. Right, first things first. Alfalfa silage. Turn that on. 146,000 litres. Yeah, pretty darn good. That's going to boost us up. Let's actually have a look at the price for silage. Best price 267. Wow, okay. Best price is in February. Wow, that is a lot less than I was thinking it might be, but no matter. They're now harvested, okay. And let's just, out of curiosity, let's just see that we can't actually harvest these just yet. Oh, we can. Oh, we can do it now. Okay. The sunflower harvest it is, I guess. I wasn't actually expecting that. Thought we'd have to wait another month. But no, here we go. Oh, that just makes things even easier then. In that case, we can do this now and then move on to the next month and focus on planting and selling, possibly. Sell some of this silage. Interesting to see how much chaff silage we get off this field, because this is the best yielding of the silages. Lose the least amount of it in comparison to what we put in. Don't actually know if sunflowers are the best ones to do chaff silage for. But hey, it was already planted, so we may as well, right? I think we could even chaff silage the canola field as well, but maybe I should leave that and do that as chaff as well. That would give us a field growing that very well be that, and then we could plant this field up with wheat, providing there is still time in the year to plant that. I think there should be. I know the calendar for this map is slightly different, it's a bit elongated, so I imagine we'll still probably be able to plant wheat for a couple of months yet. Get that, harvest that for when we do beer. I was all ready to skip there. Huh. Glad I checked. So I checked before the stream started, and it wasn't allowing me to chaff them. It wasn't allowing me to harvest them with this thing, so I thought I had to wait another month. Maybe it was just not quite enough into the new day? Something like that. Who knows? Either way, harvesting now. That's the headland nearly done. And that's a 60% full trailer. This is going to be very good. This is looking very promising. So one lap around the headland, 65%. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that is actually pretty good. Bad at all. Da, da, da. So much silage. So let's try and do some basic maths then, because between the clover field and the alfalfa field, Yeah, I hope so too, Bart. You know, I mean, I know this is... I know Farming Sim is probably slightly more niche in terms of its viewer audience. But yeah, as you say, SnowRunner Phase 12 doesn't look like it's going to be that far off now. Maybe a few weeks. And we also have Expeditions coming out in March as well. So, you know, things will pick up again. I'm not worried, you know. I'm not concerned by low viewers or anything like that. I'm just enjoying myself. Oh, this is just something I do. It's just baked into my schedule now, whether I'm playing this, whether I'm playing SnowRunner or something else. You know? But I know what you mean. It is nice to have a few more people in the chat. But definitely, yeah. Oh, 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 whoa, whoa. That's it. That's all the sunflowers. Right, okay. Oh. Right. What's going to be best here? I think if I just drive on out, this is... Okay, here we go. Right. It's going to be the best way. I really don't want to have to drive all the way around, but this is a bit of a dodgy crossing. Oh, you know what I should get here? I should install a bridge. I do have a bridge mod, and having a little bridge across that ditch there would definitely be a good idea for the future, I think. I'll have to... I don't think I've got it activated on this map at the moment, but I may have to do that for next time. Just save us having to bounce around too much, you know? There we go. So that's the first lot of chaff going in. And we now have... Yeah, we're going to end up with about... what's that going to be? 260,000 litres, something like that. Which is pretty good. 265 litres times 250 pounds. So basically a quarter of it. So that silage is going to be worth 260, 130, about 65,000. It's not a lot, actually. I mean, plus the sunflowers. So we may double that. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. That could be a lot worse. Be a lot more running it on normal normal economy. But I do want this map to be a little bit more challenging for me, so we'll stick with hard economy for the time being and see how the next few streams go. And if it does get too slow, then I'll change it. But ideally, my goal for this map is to try out all of the new productions. So that might take a while. I want to at least own all of the new productions. Whether we actually get a full cycle through each production or not is yet to be seen. But okay, let's just adjust that. Yeah, but we'll see how that goes in terms of reality. Right, It's getting all crunchy again. You know, I'm back to the chiropractor next week for 2 more sessions. See how that goes. I would not be surprised if I'm seeing the chiropractor every few weeks, you know, just to realign my spine. He said I was actually lucky just to not to have suffered any more severe injuries when I had my accident at work. He said I could quite easily have herniated a disc in my back. He says he's seen lesser injuries do that. So, in some respects, I'm very lucky that not having more problems than I am, but just goes to show how fragile your health is, you know? How one seemingly small, insignificant issue can completely turn your life upside down. Especially as we get older. Yeah. I mean, I am by no means old. You know, I would not call myself old at all. I'm only 39. Actually, I'm closer to 40 than I am to 39 now. I'll be 40 in May. That's a thought. But yeah, certainly wouldn't call myself old, but I feel it. Oh, time has not been kind to my bones, it would seem. Hey, Groot! No problem. Don't worry about being late. That's absolutely fine. We've just been trundling around making silage at this point, you know, so it's been quite a lot of this going on. We've done the alfalfa field, and we've done the clover field so far. Now I'm working on the sunflowers. So sit down, pull up a chair, grab a drink, and enjoy. It's an interesting map. It's big, you know. I think I said this last time. It's bigger than anything else I've played on thus far. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of bigger maps or smaller maps. I think I'm probably more of a fan of smaller maps. And that's it's not that I dislike big maps by any means, but I think smaller maps give you more opportunity to do things quickly and kind of, you know, do several different things in the same amount of time, you know? Come on, turn. But there is something very satisfying about doing big fields as well, you know? I just wish the header on this thing was bigger, you know? I may have to I mean, once we've done maybe a couple of rounds of this alfalfa and clover, I might have to replant those fields with just grass, and get myself a big pair of mowers and a baler, I think, to do silage in the future. I think, because if I was using this thing forever, I think it would get a little bit tedious. But we'll keep this for the time being. And I think what we'll probably do is I'll probably do some more sunflowers and corn, stuff like that for silage in the future. But I think what I'll do is, if we do more kind of silage, it will be either grass or it will be um, just corn and sunflowers, and I will get a bigger header for that. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. Because I was actually... Hey, babe! How are you doing? Oh, that's me going over budget again on the thing. Keep not noticing my fill level. I really should be paying more attention to that. You don't do much chaff silage, Groot. Yeah, it's actually... I kind of like chaff silage, but it does take a considerably longer amount of time doing grass. But then you do grass more often, so maybe it works out about the same. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's easier with a different header, you know. This one, I'm having to use it because I have alfalfa and clover. But yeah, I think we'll probably upgrade to a bigger header at some point down the line if we do more. I wasn't sure how long these silos would take to process either. And as you can see, they're processing incredibly quickly. So I don't think we have to worry about filling them. Oh, nice. You're doing some photoshopping, huh? Excellent, babe. Excellent stuff. Let's finish this field and maybe get it planted. We'll have to see. Like I said, I do want to get some wheat in as quickly as possible. But that's 2 trailers of sunflowers already, so this is definitely going to yield a much greater amount of silage than the alfalfa and the clover combined, I think. Wouldn't be surprised if we get 4 or 5 trailer loads here, which is good, because that's going to up our silage amount, which is great. Certainly need as much of that as we can get. So, what were you recolouring, babe, by the way? Was it just making his costume look less crazy? Or was it, were you adding filters or something? I know you showed me that filter earlier today of the sepia tone on the 6th Doctor, I think it was. Worst corner in the known universe, that one. Oh, nice. Did it turn out well? You'll have to show me once I'm off stream. Oh, nice. Added it to the Discord if you want to see what Babe's been up to. Check the Discord. Right. It's an awkward corner to get round now. I should just try and level this off So if I get this bit here. Around. Perfect. We are definitely going to end up with quite a considerable amount of sunflowers here. I actually hope we finish before the end of the stream. That's going to be... It's going to be a full stream of silage. Crikey. That's unusual. Not done this much silage in a long time. But I think to get us started is probably the best way. Goodness me, stop missing bits, Lynx. Mad panda. Like odd little sunflowers here, there and everywhere. Glad I got a bigger trailer, that's for sure. Can't imagine what this would have been like with that smaller trailer. Very pleased that this popped up in the sale, that's for sure. Most advantageous. Do you want to also know what else popped up in the sale? Between episodes, guys. Forage harvester. Yeah. Although it was the New Holland forage harvester, so I wasn't too bothered. If it had been this one, I would have been most upset. I do wonder if we'll actually finish this today. I did not expect these sunflowers to take as long as this. Probably should have, considering the size of the field. But, hey ho, what you gonna do? I might have to finish this off camera later, guys, depending on how we do, but we've still got time, so do my best. I think I'm going to try and square off this corner now, actually. Just kind of go through here. That. Spin this around. This bit harvested up. Around here without too much hassle. This is a very weird shaped field, I will say. Back this up now. It's going to fill up any second now. There we are. Right. So this is trailer number 3 now. We're definitely easily going to have 5, maybe even 6 trailers of silage from this field. Learning new words there, eh, Bart? Yeah. Garish is a great word. That is quite a word, definitely. This is the trailer that's on low maintenance there and not the actual forage harvester. I think it is, because this forage harvester is brand new, so... Phew. Right, more going in. Well, that is a much better amount of silage there. Marvellous. We might end up even with like a good 500,000 litres of silage. That'll be grand. That'll be a very nice amount. Let's see if we can get this field finished. Do. I go around the other way now, try and trim down this corner. Oh, right. That down a bit. Perfect. I'll be back for you guys. Don't you worry. The lone sunflower patrol, thinking they've missed out on the carnage that has been wrought. Doing it again. So bad at following a straight line, it's untrue. Ah. Got you. You like mainly harvesting, eh, Groot? It is fun. I think the harvesting part of Farming Sim is probably the most fun part of the game, I would say. I don't mind the planting, you know? Especially with big planting equipment. But the kind of busybody work, fertilizing and lime spreading and weeding, that's just annoying sometimes. Just a bit. If I go back here a little bit, grab this little piece. Round and grab this little bit here. You. Got you. Haha. Take that. Marvellous. Right. Back to our clockwise harvesting direction. Because for some reason clockwise just seems right. Feels like the right way to go around a field, you know, clockwise. I don't know why that is. It's quite odd. Maybe just feels more natural. Level this off a little bit. Go. Marvellous. Alright, so this is not... It's going well. It is going well. The chunk is reducing. Tell you, selling all this selling all of this silage is potentially going to be a very slow process, because we're only going to be able to do it 45,000 litres at a time, because unlike baled silage, we can't carry a whole load of bales. So... Yeah, totally, Bart. You know, that's the previous lives calling. Farm clockwise, woo. If there's an easier way to transport all of this silage loose. I don't think there really is there? I think I'm just going to have to start doing back and forth trips. Maybe if I put that on a worker to, like, trundle back and forth. Just do the actual tipping part myself. I might have to do that, because otherwise it's going to be an entire stream of me just driving back and forth, selling silage, whilst nothing else on the farm gets done. Just have to see. Pity I don't have like a Gowl baler or something like that I can just load up and bale. Actually, you know what I should have been using? I do have a mod for this. I have... I think we tried to use it on Horse Agriculture, or Aggravation map, near the end of our playthrough on that. And I totally got the wrong end of the stick, because I thought it was a baler with a pickup and a storage tank. But no, that was for forage harvesters. I think. Did I include that? Did I turn that particular baler on? Does it come under forage wagons? Or does it come under balers? I'm not sure. One of the two. Yeah, this thing. This is what I should be using. because that is a baler with a feed tank that a forage harvester can throw its stuff into, and then it bales and kicks them out the back. And because it has a storage tank, I shouldn't ever have to stop to unload bales. I think I'll have to get one of those. That would have been really handy for this, but alas, never mind. That would mean that we'd have to wrap it and, you know, let it ferment normally, as opposed to using the fermentation tower. So I think for this time around, to try out the fermentation tower, it's fine, but I think for the next round of crops, we'll try and get enough money to buy that. That will be a very good extra thing to have, I think. Oh, there, I've done it again. Done it again. You know, every time I do that, I bet I'll lose a couple of 100 litres of sunflower. It's not a vast amount, but, you know, if I do it every time, it starts to add up. That's like 1,000 litres, or another 1,000 litres. Come on now. Come on, pull. Pull. Doesn't have the biggest power output, this thing, that's for sure. Yeah, I definitely need a bridge there, I think. Just to stop me from, you know, rearing up every time I go over it. Come on. Come on, forage harvester. I've got a field to finish. Load. That will bring us up close to... Turn that off for now. That will bring us very close to 450,000. If we can then get one more trailer load, we'll be almost to 500. So ideally what we want is one trailer and a bit to get us to 500,000 litres. Silage, which once we sell it, hopefully at its peak price, should get us about 250 per 1,000 litres. So a quarter of that, so about 125, 130,000 potentially money. Once that's all sold, that'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Yeah, very good indeed, but just have to see how that goes. Will we get another trailer and a bit out of this section? It is definitely going down in size now. I think we might. I think there's another trailer load. This. I think so. I think so. I'm gonna hope so anyway. I'm gonna hope there is. Because that'll be nice if we can get about 500,000 litres of silage. That'll be a good amount to progress with. Yeah, I was going to say our next purchase should be the beer factory, but I think we're going to get that impress baler / forage wagon first, so that the next time we do this, we can bale, we can wrap, and then we'll be able to transport en masse, as opposed to having to do it one trailer load at a time. That will speed things up significantly. Also mean that I won't actually have to leave the field to unload the trailer. That will also speed things up. Just drop the bales as I go. Yes. Definitely. Good stuff. Yeah, so I think the plan for next time will be to get this field planted with wheat. So that we've got... Oh! So that we've got that going. Try and get the silage sold as well, if the price is good. And then we'll just see how things go. If we can also get the beer factory as well, then we'll get the beer factory as well. I wonder if I can sell the silage to the train station. That would mean that I'd be able to transport it all over to the train station and just drop it there and then sell it all in one big lump. I wonder if it has the price of the train or not. That'll usually be the best price as well. The train's usually the best price. Unless something is, you know, in great demand. Let me just have a look at that. Can I sell silage to the train? It does not look like I can. That is disappointing. Because that would be Minneapolis. Yeah. Which probably appears for other products. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I'm not seeing... Amazon warehouse. There's an Amazon warehouse on this map, is there? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not actually seeing... Ah, right, okay, there we go. Minneapolis. Yeah, so that it'll take like the kind of base crops. Takes sugar beet, doesn't take cotton. Takes sugar cane. But yeah, as soon as you start going into actual products, it won't take it. Oh, that's just disappointing. I was hoping I could just go and dump all of my silage in like the railroad bunker and just sell it next time. That would be really convenient. But life is never convenient, is it? I suppose it would mess up the bunker a little bit, wouldn't it? But hey, never mind. That's just me trying to think of, you know, clever ways to speed things up for next time. Speed up the boring bits. Okay, we are definitely not going to get all of this done today. That's alright. I'll finish it off in the interim and we'll pick up with planting next time, I think. Something like that. Let's see if we can at least get one more full trailer load before the end of today. Good. I think we should be able to manage that. Da 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 da. Fill on up now. We should definitely get up to about 150,000 litres. Well, up to 500,000 litres. That's what I wanted to say. 500,000 litres. That's what we should get up to with this, I think. Da, 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 da. Start going up and down now. Just try and keep the lengths as long as possible so that we can avoid turning around. Da, 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 da. I wonder if you get the same amount of sunflowers off the field if you harvest it as if you, like, instead of doing forage from it. Now, I wonder if the numbers are kind of comparable. Okay. Four, 5, 6, 7, 98, 9, 100. Beautiful. Yeah, we should get up to about 500,000 litres of silage, I think, from this. No worries at all. Right, let's go and dump this in the silo, and I think at that point we'll probably call it a day for today. We'll pick this up again on Sunday. Like I was saying earlier on, Snow Runner Phase 12 should be releasing probably in the next couple of weeks. So, you know, probably have a couple more weeks of Farming Sim double features. Maybe try and make as much progress on this map as we possibly can. And then we'll be switching to SnowRunner once it comes out. Very much looking forward to seeing this Phase 12. It's shaping up to be good. Then, obviously, in March, we also have Expeditions releasing. So, again, very excited to see that as well. Should be an exciting time for snow running. Go. That is running nicely. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of silage. Oh man. Actually, before we finish off, let's just have a quick check at where exactly we're probably going to be taking this. So, Miller's Feed and Seed. Where's that? That'd be brilliant if it was like really local, but oh, right, okay, that's all the way over there. That's a good one. That's a good start. Patson's Exports. That is okay. So that one is very close. That's probably the one we're going to try and aim for. And the feed store is over near the shop. Okay, so the one that is currently offering the best price is the furthest one away. But this grain and export's probably the one that we're going to go for if it's possible. Yeah, so I'll finish off that field just so that it's done for next time, guys. I might even start transporting some of the silage if the price is good. But if not, we'll pick up again here with turning the fields around, getting some wheat planted, and going from there. So, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Bit of a quiet one, but that's fine. I don't mind a quiet evening sometimes. And yeah, I will see you next time. So, until then, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now, everyone.